option. Big center. Get that?
I was gonna say.
And we are live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the usual Triclaw Sunday stream. I assume everything is working completely fine. Do say hello in chat and let me know if there are any problems as well. I'm just going to give people a little bit of time to drop in. How are we all doing on this Sunday? People are still popping in, I think. Right, well, I'm just going to get on with it and people can pop in as and when they arrive. So this is the Arizona Reserve. It was one of my earliest sandbox builds, built with the few mods that we had which were around at the time. I'm going to take that off pause. It's not perfect. There was a lot that I wanted to change, but I just never got round to it. So today I thought I'd just spend a couple of hours improving what was wrong with the park, with the new mods that we've got and also the new decorations. And the first thing I think I'm going to do is focus on this entrance area, which, as nice as I like, as nice as it is, yes, hello Just Dishwasher, and I do like Prehistoric Kingdom, but I haven't really done much with it on the channel yet, as I'm waiting for a new PC to arrive, which will be a little bit chunkier in order to deal with Prehistoric Kingdom's system requirements. And I'm also giving Prehistoric Kingdom a bit of time to sort of fix its initial bugs and glitches and other minor problems before I do anything substantial to it. So what I want to do is redesign this entrance area to begin with. And you can see here how I've actually done this plaza. If people are unsure how you make how to do things like this, you can see I've it was fairly simple. You create your framework around the edge. In this case was a square. Find the center point so you can center the lagoon, and then just do the surrounding decoration. I think we're also going to change the actual entrance, but I want to do this bit first. I need to set the sandbox settings. I forgot about this. Scientists off, expeditions off, research off, task time 10%. I forgot about that. What? Has it just not... Oh, for heaven's sake. It's annoying we can't set this option at the very beginning of the game. Right, so I'm going to replace the lagoon section that was there with one that Kaya Denick has created, which has no surrounding walls and has editable terrain inside. So we should be able to just need to line it up correctly. That was not in the center. Let's try that again. actually difficult to know. That's better, isn't it? Definitely more centralized. Right, now, what we can do with Kyodenic's new lagoon is manually edit the terrain inside. Such actually, that should be... Let's just make it a little smaller. Manually edit the terrain inside. And create our little water feature again. The bigger problem is, how am I going to delete these little bits of path? I'm gonna have to delete them manually, aren't I? Damn. Okie dokie. Let's put that lagoon back in. And hope that I get it in the right position again. There we go. Right, that's all right. No, the path we can fix. Just have to deal with the path tools little foibles. Yeah, we'll fix this the plaza once we've done this little entrance. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with try and put in a bit of a little mound in the middle just for us to put the... Oh, that was a bit much. That's nice. I'm happy with that. Just a little bit of a mound for our park gate, which we're going to put in there. A gate. Jurassic World, Jurassic Park. And we want it relatively center. I think that's... relatively center. Good. What? Oh, have I used the wrong one? Guest gate. Oh. I need the tour gate one instead. There we go. Excellent. Not much, Dino Dude. Just getting started with improving the Arizona Reserve. So we are going to put down a few rocks around this edge. That's a bit big. Just a couple of rocks just to give it some landscaping. There we go. Just like that. It'll do. And what do we put in the middle, in the center here? I could do the whole Spinosaurus decoration that I tend to usually do. Like that. Foliage time. and swear by the elephant grass because it just works so well. We don't want sparse, we want short elephant grass. But we want it fairly large. Okay, it'll have to be the normal elephant grass then. There we go. And you taller ones. And we could probably do some trees behind that. Let's go with tropical. All of these mods available on Nexus Mods by Kaya Denick. That's a bit tall. Yeah, that's better. I want to keep most of the flames quite visible. And obviously you don't want foliage too close to flames either, because it will ignite. Maybe one more just sort of there. And maybe one sort of there. Yeah, that's all right, I think. We won't have anything at the back, actually. We'll just cover that with another rock. And a few more palm trees. Just to hide the edging. There we go. And then I think we'll just add like a couple of maybe side, maybe a couple of little ones at the side. Can we smooth out the edge a little? No, we cannot. Just want a couple at the sides. Just for decoration. Right. Again, put in a few rocks. Switch to a different. Yep, that's fine. Terrain color. I want to change the terrain to something a little more pleasant. There we go. Tree brush. Will this plant down some stuff for us? It will. That makes life a little easier. What placeable decoration trees do we have? Not many good ones. No, we'll stick to using Gardenic. Chuck in some palm trees. And vary the types just a little bit. like so. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. I think that's okay. And let's just add a little further detail. Maybe a fountain? No, not necessarily a fountain. Let's see, maybe just a couple of obelisks. Yeah. Nice. And maybe a few pterosaurs? I think the pterosaurs work quite well with sort of mock decoration. Just place a few around your water sources just to make it look like they're sort of inhabited as well. Right, happy with that. That's a much better entranceway, I think. Right. Now I really must fix this. Ah. This is going to be a problem. That does not look nice. It's the only problem when you make really big changes to your parks. You do end up spending a lot of time having to correct the little oddities like down here. I swear in this game they made the path tool worse than it was in the first game. Like, it's even more badly behaved. Low health? What's on low health? Oh, there's a surprise. What's wrong with this one? Got stuck again. See, I love how, like, Frontier persistently tell us they fixed the pterosaurs getting stuck and not eating and everything else, and yet it's one of the most common issues I have. Still. I wish they would just actually... That's the other thing you have to be careful of. And Crowley, you haven't missed too much. We've really just started. Grumbly, grumbly, bim. Is that just spoiled? It has. Why is that not on the correct level either? For God's sake. Ah, the joys of dealing without with not having a Control Z option. God, I missed not having a Control Z. Why didn't they just give us that? It would be such an easy thing to implement. I mean, really. I reckon it's because it's trying to build it to the level that it was picking there. Yeah, it's slower than the rest of this now. God's sake. Let's try this. Let's just... Yeah, why is it still doing that? That's so weird. Let's just flatten this more. And then hopefully we can dig out the lagoon again. Yeah, that's why. It's because that is actually slightly lower down than it ought to be. Huh. No. That's going to create the same problem again. Okay, let's flatten that. And then put the lagoon back in, and hopefully it'll be at the correct height, and then we can just reduce everything down again. And I really want to be more careful when placing paths. Good, right. That's all we needed to do. Lower terrain, please. Increase the height of here a bit. Thank you. And the same here. And the same here. Let's smoothen out this bit, otherwise it will be a bit weird. Chuck in the gate. Why is that not on? Chuck in the Spino. There we go. Ah, fixed. This has just lost all its vegetation again, right? Huh. I think that looks better than the first time. Right. Now, what were we doing? We were fixing this path, weren't we? Ah. So who's, anyone got tickets already to go and watch Dominion? Or who's going to be watching it on the release date?
Are you?
Am I going to be watching it on release date? No.
How about you?
Well, that's mostly because I'm not prepared to give cinemas my money anymore. Because of the sheer amount of terrible films I've already gone and seen. cinemas are just overpriced nowadays. And you don't get a good experience for paying that price. I mean, I'm not going to pay for a substandard experience, which unfortunately a lot of cinemas, at least in this country, are providing. I think I might put like a fountain or something down here just to cover that little markup. This is a little trick I would suggest you do if you are using these mods by Kyodenic. Just, you know, mix and match the pieces around just to create nice little decorative touches. Do with a couple of trees in there, I think. No, maybe not. Let's not have trees in there. Let's just leave that as it is. I think that's okay. Right. So, I think this entrance in this plaza is okay. I want to change this, though, the actual arrival point, because I don't really like it as it is. Get rid of all these trees. There we go. So what I want to do is basically create a bit of a new entrance. Because I thought this one was a bit bland as an entrance goes. So let's stick with using this sort of arrival point. But I think I'm going to have two, and I kind of want them off-center. One there. Why did that... It's the most annoying thing about this game is the way that it auto levels. Ugh. Have people noticed that if you use the flattened terrain section on when you're preparing your sandboxes, that the game's devs have auto flattened terrain to not the water height, so you end up having to actually flatten it to the correct height again. It's just one of those little annoying, like, why couldn't you have just flattened it to the correct height? Ah, that's going to complain, but it should still allow me to... Oh, no, it's not. How much closer in would I have to go? That's a lot in. Okay. The curse of trying to get things to look absolutely perfect. Hello, TurboSaw. I suppose I could go with just straight, but straight is so dull. One. And... two. Perfect. There we go. Get rid of that bit of path. And that bit of path. And then we can make another little entrance way here. 1 and 2. And that's a bit long. That's what she said. Sorry, that was childish of me. 1 and 2. Then nope. 1 and 2. And we should be able just to connect that up like that. That's better. I prefer that. That looks good. Let's put in some low fencing. Handrail fence? No. Medium chain link. Chain link looks a little... Log wire? No. Steel wire. Isn't there a vertical bar low fence? Low fence. Vertical bar. Let's go with that classic low fence. I'll be here for a while. So don't worry. Right, let's... have that going up here. And then let's have it sort of just disappear off into that building there. And same thing for over here. Up to there, and then just connects that building there. And then we'll just have the fence off in either direction. Can we stick a rock or two in here? Just to mark the perimeter. Yes, we can. Right. What should we have in this little entrance area? I think we need some more seating, personally, and maybe decoration of some sort. A little fountain. Is that a bit much for that right there? Since we've got this enormous water feature, I think so. Can't go wrong with an obelisk, I don't think. Actually, I quite like that. Let's put one there. And one there. And do I want to go too heavy? No, I feel like we need like a welcome to sign. It's like a really simple welcome to the park sign. If any modders are listening, welcome to Jurassic World sign or Jurassic Park sign would be appreciated. How about a couple of amber pieces? Need one in there? Actually, in it? Yeah, I quite like that. One in there. A couple of pterosaurs. That fountain is way too big. That fountain is better in size. Yep. Let's put in some chairs down here. Let's actually have them level with the... not level, but at the same angle as the fence there. And then if we stick in a few... just a flower decoration, I think. Maybe that one. There and there. I feel like I kind of want to put another one in there. Actually, for once, this bit actually works quite well there. You can make it look normal. That's frustrating. And a couple of trees. That's a little large. The yucca is a bit large as well. Ugh, Kaidenic, you're such a saviour with this tree mod, you really are. White sage, diamond leaf willow. Yeah, that works. Kind of want something that's a bit colourful. Something in the orange. That's a little large. Aye, that'll do. Nice. And then we'll just add in some surrounding scrubland around it. Just like that. Don't plant too many trees too close to helicopter pads, it's just unrealistic. You'd want the area around a helicopter pad as clear as possible for safety. Yeah, I think that's okay. I always thought the helicopter pads look a bit empty, so I'm just gonna maybe add a... Just a couple of fuel tanks there, just it's a shame we don't have like a radar dome or something. You know what I would love is for us to have like a helicopter and a jeep decoration, so that we can just put down helicopters and jeeps and stuff where we like. Yeah, no, it doesn't really add anything. We'll just get rid of those. Anyway, so rebuilt plaza, rebuilt little entrance. Next to look at, let's actually look at some of these dinosaurs. So we got two Albertosaurus, got a mix of Minmi and Oranosaurus and Chunking over here. We've got some random pterosaurs in here, which I want to change. We've got Kronosaurus, and we've got Attenborough and Ichthyosaurus in here. Now, I think I want to change the species a bit, just because, having had a look through, I think there's a lot more interesting skinned variations. The Albertosaurus, I am tempted to keep because I don't use them very often. That being said, I do have some Allosaurus Lux skins that I'm tempted to use. So let's redesign the Albertosaurus enclosure to start with. Add task. Let's trank these and sell them. Oh, I also forgot the biggest enclosure here, which has got Allura Titan, Wango? No, Myaragia, but they need to be removed actually to make this save file safe. This Myaragia mod doesn't work anymore. If you try to produce any more of them from the hatchery, it crashes the game because new species has been broken by one of the recent updates. So I need to remove them to make this file safe for non-modded use. And I've got some Memenchis in here, one of which you can see has a Lux skin, which I also want to change. So, Albertosaurus tranked, let's sell them off. Well, I say sell them, let's move them to a better location. I like the general shape of this enclosure and the general design. I just want to tidy it up a bit. Especially here, this fencing was very ugly. And Kyadenic's given us some new fencing, so we can get that going. Bye-bye, Albertosaurus. So, let's... yeah, this was just really ugly, badly done. So I'm actually going to delete... pretty much this entire inner layer. Here. At least up to that point there. So the outer layer of wall doesn't have to be that tall, so I'm going to replace it with this fence Kyadenic has made, which is like just a very shrunk concrete wall that's just a little less ugly. And it can actually go all the way up like that. I think we need to change how it melds up here as well. Hello, Herman. Now, as for the actual... actually, yeah, why did I have it stop off here? Like, I kind of feel that the fence should... oh, I know why. I wanted to give people an uninterrupted view. That's why I have it stopping here. So actually, let's continue that low wall along here. Now, as for the main fence, Kaidenic does give us a few different options. I do like this traditional electric fence, which is based on the ones we see in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. It's quite chunky and substantial, but I think a little too... It's more of something you'd see for a T-Rex, I think. So I'm actually gonna resort to having a look at the basic fences. I mean, that one does work well, I think. It's not too disruptive if you want to look in on it. It looks chunky enough that you'd have a carnivore behind it, so I think we will stick with that initial fence that I put in there. But I do want to tidy it up. So I want the fence to sort of come off. Actually, here? Yes. No. How are you, Herman? Have you been having a good day? Really don't like that sudden V that it's got going on there. Maybe if I just smoothen the terrain a bit. Actually, yeah, I like that. We'll get rid of that. Oh. There you go. That's better. Bit neater. And then over here we need to do the same thing. So the fence needs to come off about here. It's done the same thing again there. So if we just flatten it again. Nerd guy, hello. I wondered if you'd be here. How are you doing? Yeah, that's better. And then we'll just have it connect up to that. That's all right. Yeah. So, the other question is, what dinosaur do we put in here? Do we stick with having the Albertosaurus in here? Or do we put something new in? What do you guys think? Different carnivore? Or the same carnivore? I actually think the enclosure looks okay, more or less. Although I might add just a few other coloured trees, because I don't like how green everything is. Maybe an oak or two? Sugar mango, sugar mango. No, where are the sugar mangoes in orange? There they are. That's better. Yeah. A different one. I think that looks nice. I think that looks a lot nicer. Just a few different coloured trees. This is one of the things that I think makes a park look very distinctly better. Is to just have some different coloured vegetation in the park, because every vegetation is green on the desert maps especially, and it just looks a little unrealistic. Even if it might be unrealistic to have trees like oak trees in the park, in the desert. I think it's one of those touches that improves the park if you can suspend your disbelief a little bit. See, immediately it looks a little bit more interesting and vibrant than this one over here. So, a different carnivore. Before we do that, I'm going to get rid of these Myaragia. Just because I don't want the... Oh, we've got... you can see here how my glow-in-the-dark Laura Titan look, and... Myaragia. And the Memenchi there. Amaga. I want to try and get rid of all of the Myaraja before I do anything with the hatchery, because I don't want it to crash. Is there any others here? I can only see 2, and a 3, and 4. Yep, I think that's all of them. Amaga, Memenchi, Maya, yeah, Maya, Olore, Memenchi, Olore, yep. So get rid of those ones. So a different carnivore to Albertosaurus. I was gonna have Allosaurus because I've got a nice glow-in-the-dark skin for it. But I'm just wondering if there's something I don't use too often that we could have instead. Maybe Carno? Or maybe Majunga? I don't use Majunga that often. Megalo. Metri, Monolopho. Haven't used Monolopho at all yet. Kinjao. Kinjao has some really beautiful skins. I don't know. What does chat think? I'm just going to bring up my list of dinosaur skins. All skins, best skins, male and female. because not every carnivore I have done yet. So, drawing a blank here. We'll teach you some dinosaur stuff eventually. There, no guy. Open all skins as well. Where's Allosaurus? Allosaurus. Really? I haven't done Allo yet either. But I know it's Lithobates or Porcrana for the Lux skins. I think we won't have Lux skins on the carnivore. So let's go for something that we just have some nice skins for. Carno. Cerato. Nautus, Soenga, Iguanodon, Majunga, Megalo. Kinjao I haven't finished. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's go with Carnotaurus because I don't use Carno as much in my parks. And we'll go with a male and a female. Let's have a male and a female. So Death Valley or Svalbard. So Svalbard is dark and Death Valley will be light. Let's go with Svalbard Rana. And we need a Yukon River. I said it right this time. Yukon River and Lithobates. Right. You did. Let's just get rid of these. Just going to stick it on fast forward. Release via airlift. Don't release normally because otherwise they'll end up wandering into the park. And we don't really want that. That Momenchi is so bright. I think I might switch it to the yellow one if I do keep the Momenchis in the park, but I'm not sure I will because the Momenchisaurus actually have some really bad skins. A lot worse than the first game. And there we go. There's our female Carno. And our male Carno. I think I've actually got that the wrong way around. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be... Svalbard and Rana. Oh, okay. No, here's the right way around. So that is the male Carnotaurus, and that is the female Carnotaurus. For these particular skin options. Oh. Hey up. Oh dear. Now. Fighting. You're not supposed to fight with your mate. You're supposed to, you know, mate with your mate. Oh, it's hungry. Are we gonna see that? Ooh, that animation always makes me cringe. Just smacks it with its horns. As far as paleontologists go, then they're not convinced Carnotaurus used its horns for that sort of purpose, but I will admit it's a cool idea. But yeah, I think the Carnotaurus enclosure is actually now fine as it is. I might do a little bit of... What did I just join to? I hear something about dinosaur mating. Why even have them? So, paleontologists aren't sure, basically. They're not sure whether it was a sort of a display thing or a fighting thing. Right, this area over here, it's very ugly. So let's redo this as well. First thing, I'm going to get rid of all of that. Get rid of all of this. I'm happy to keep that, but I think I'm going to manually make it into a garden so it's a little neater. Just get rid of that so it's a little neater as well. And this here, I mean, this fence isn't even straight. That's awful. That was bad. Building sounds are so satisfying, reminiscent of something from the Lego games. Yeah, I haven't noticed that actually. Yeah, but you are right, they are oddly satisfying. There was a game I had on the Nintendo 64 which was like Lego Racer, where you could build your own Lego racing car. And it was like Mario Kart, like you had weapons and stuff that you could make use of and things. It was quite cool. Don't really like how this turned out either. Was that even straight? No, it wasn't. Look at that, you can see that was never straight on alignment. Time to redo this whole bit then, I guess. Put a large one in. Would a large one work? It's the very beginning of the park. Oh well, yeah, we'll stick a large amenity in. Just because it gives us a few added options, and I actually kind of like the sort of effect it gives here with a thin rear section. I'm not sure on the black and yellow color scheme I've got going on. Jurassic World panels, wood, concrete. We'll go with wood. Entrance type will have. Quite like something like that. We'll have it on that side. We'll have the upstairs seating. Go with that one. Downstairs we'll have I think we'll have more seating downstairs, it just makes sense to me. And we'll make this a carvery. Nice. Now I want there to be a outside seating area. Like I had originally. There. Just... Really? Why would you do that? Goddamn hate this path tool at times. There you go. That's better. Much better. Right. We have a low fence here. Chain link is a bit harsh. Where is the log wire fence? I think log wire works the best. No, it is straight, is it? Actually, maybe not log wire. Just, it's not thick enough. And nor is that. I just want something that's kind of substantial. Never thick enough. Indeed not. That's better. I'm going to have to fill that gap with the decoration. But I don't mind. Just hide that gap with a helpful obelisk. Oh yeah, I went for the blue lighting on this. Which I just think adds makes a really cool effect, the sort of blue light. What time is it? I've only been going for an hour. Right, and then for this little garden we will use the log wire fence because it makes sense. If it would stop auto-snapping like a hungry shark, that would be helpful. Ugh. There we are. And let's make a nice little garden here. I think we'll go with different coloured stone. And then let's put in some nice bright oaks. And a couple of beeches. Something a bit, no, ooh, yeah, that sort of beech, that'll do. And then let's stick in a few taller trees, the traditional palms, a couple of taller palms. Some of these palm groups. Feeder needs resupply. Where? Oh, they've eaten all the goats. Just give them a new goat feeder. There we are. Okay, some elephant grass to hide the edges. And a few flowers. Purple. Pink. And some reds. Nice. And then in here we'll put in a fountain. One there. One there. Oh, I think that's better actually. Oh, that's better. I'll just add a few tables in here. There we go. I think we could do with a few flower pots or something in here just to improve. That's frustrating. That one fits really well there, but I don't have one of a similar size to go in there. Bugger. Oh, that's very annoying. Oh, that one would fit, but it's not the same type. Okay. There you go. That's okay. And we'll just have it ending in a tree. Kind of tempted just to put in a... no, it doesn't really go anywhere. So... no. I actually think that looks okay. As it is. Little outdoor seating area. A large amenity. Nice little garden. Means we are going to have to put the toilets somewhere. But to be honest, I think we could probably get away just sticking them on the end here. Why are you doing that? I didn't tell you to curve. Ah, it's gonna mess that up. Oh, God, I hate it when it does that. Why has it done that? Oh my lord. Right. I'll bloody figure the path out another time. That's just flipping frustrating. Yeah, that's completely wrong. It's completely out of... completely out of whack. Strange. Odd. Anyway, let's move on. Let's have a look at somewhere a bit more substantial. This down here is going to need quite a considerable change. I want to get rid of all of these rocks, replace it with Cardenics lagoons. That's going to be a long job. Let's have a look at the pterosaur enclosure. Maybe. Yeah. Let's have a look at this. The pterosaur enclosure, what's now wrong? Really? Is it stuck again? Yes, of course, Frontier, you've really fixed your... What the heck? This is why I get so frustrated at Frontier. There is no excuse for pterosaurs just getting stuck in midair like that. And righto, no guy, have an enjoyable rest of the day. Kind of feel like I want to change... Actually, I know what I'm going to do. So, this area here was just supposed to be a little garden. But I want to change it now to a walk-in dinosaur enclosure for something small and relatively harmless. It's because this end of the park is actually quite heavy on lagoon animals. Apart from this central enclosure, we don't really have anything going on. So I'm going to get rid of all the trees here. I'm going to get rid of this over here. Now, to have dinosaurs in here, I'm going to have to do a few changes. We're going to need to put gates in. So actually, let's get rid of all of this. I don't even know why there's a viewing gallery at this end of the lagoon, to be honest. Now I'm happy with it coming this way. Right, fencing. Classic guest gate or guest gate. Let's use this one. So we'll have one entrance here. We'll put it as close to the path as possible. And we're going to need another one down here. So I'm going to... let's have it coming off this path here. And then I'm just going to make a very simple end point there. We'll put a fountain or something in here. Easy. And have this coming off, say, about here. Yeah, about there. Yep. Right, now the surrounding fence doesn't have to be too substantial because there's only going to be quite small herbivores in here. That's fine. That's fine. And then we'll just have it fade into a big rock or something. Yeah. Same for over here. Right. Now to do this, I need to have 2 areas for dinosaurs to be. So 2 invisible fencing areas. But now they're both going to have water. I feel like this curve is probably a bad thing to have. Let's get rid of it. Okay, so let's do... So we'll have one in this center area. And then one over here. Yeah, that works. That's fine. And what I'm going to do is just create a little cut through so that we have somewhere to put a seating area in. Excellent. God, those Atimbarosaurus are so loud. Doesn't even sound like the Atimbarosaurus vocalizations are being muffled by the water at all. Okay, invisible fencing time. So it can come off here. All the way up here. And then this way. for that. And then this one can come off of here. This one has the problem of needing a perimeter fence on the outside. Gets a bit narrow. But it'll do. We can just put the water in this end. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Right, herbivores. Small herbivores that are not threatening. It's probably Homalocephali, I would think. Think about that. Yeah, Homalocephali, Minmi, maybe Dracorex. Although I think having a Pachycephalosaur in here, it's a bit dangerous. Where is... I've lost the hatchery. It's over here. What other small herbivores could go in here? Dryosaurus could go in here as well, actually. That's not too big. Okay, Homalocephali. Now, Homalocephali has a glow skin, Pulcrana. I haven't yet done the best Homalocephali skins either. Typical. Have I done Dryosaurus yet? I have. So, Mangrove Forest Calcrana, Sonoran Desert Rana, or Killian Mountains. So Killian Mountains and Pelophylax. And the female variety of that is Killian Mountains and Calcrana. And we'll have a single male. Two males? Two males. 5 females. We'll have the Jurasaurus in here. Need to design their enclosure. This is fine, more or less. But I think I might manually place down the big trees, so it's a bit nicer. Gingo, thank you. A couple more here. Put some ginkgo at that end of the park, so it looks more normal. And then we'll manually place some trees in here and here that are a different colour, so it looks better. Where are my... Blimey, they're taking forever. Nice. There you go. That was quick. Good. So there's our male Jurasaurus. Cute. Now female ones will be in there shortly. Right, what do you eat? Ground leaf and ground fibre. Okay, so we need more of this stuff. Ground fibre. And ground leaf. Nice. I feel like we could do with just a few more trees in here. Elm? Elm is a bit... Kapok. I like kapoks. They're quite like just a big shady sort of tree. Which I think in the desert you definitely need. Just stick a few elephant grass under. These are our female Jurasaurus, which basically same main body color, but have no real coloration on the body. which works, I think. Hopefully they should now all have... True, but in the desert we really just have shrubs and palm trees that can survive the heat and low water. Yeah, I suppose in that respect it's a bit unrealistic, but this is a park. You'd have gardeners, you'd have park staff to look after things, in my opinion. That's how I... What? No, you're not a dinosaur threat. No, just build the fence. They've all escaped over through the one section of fence that will not build because they're too close to it. Well, luckily the gates are shut, so technically they can't escape. Let's just quickly go grab the capture team there and just... I'll trank them all and then move them further away, so that one will... Well, I just mean in our water parks and stuff, they can only plant palm trees or mesquite trees because anything else would die no matter the landscape. Oh, really? Huh. Well, I don't want everything to be green. So a few oaks... It just spruces up the colour. You right there? Carno? Just sat very awkwardly there. It just doesn't look comfortable, that particular seating position. I think they did a really bad job of that. I mean, look how bent the tail is and the spine. And how splayed he has to have his... I mean, he's sat on a cactus as well, which can't be good. Just gonna sit on a cactus. That's just... It's just such... No, I think he's actually stuck in the cactus. I think he's actually gotten stuck in it. Hopefully that one he'll be able to move now. They've all Oh dear. Right. Let's put them back in to their invisible enclosure. Hopefully this time they'll stay in it. What? Why wasn't this one... Wait, Chopper, you missed one. I feel like I need to make this wild area less flat, because it just looks a bit weird how flat it is. And I want to modify the hotel area a bit. I don't like the big one. The small ones are fine, but I just don't like this huge one. So we'll get rid of that as well. Need to make the bridge look a bit nicer. Oh, that's satisfying. arriving at exactly the same time. There we go. Yeah, this looks so much better. This little fountain. God, those Attenborosaurus. Right, now that that's sorted, we can open the gates. Now, obviously, they aren't going to come in here, but the point is that they could if they wanted to. Ooh. They make such cute noises. I need to get rid of this horrible concrete fence. It's just disgusting. How long have we got? A few more minutes. Let's have a look and see if there's anything quick that we can do. Yeah, let's just have a look at this down here, actually. Because I don't like how this turned out. So I'm actually going to remove that. And get rid of these trees. And what I want to do is see if I can squeeze a second one in here. I could. Just need to make it look acceptable then. It's... No, not too many awkward looking... I mean, obviously on the roof there's a few awkward looking bits and bobs, but from the sides it looks okay. Even tempted to put a viewing tower or two in there. Let's connect this up. Like thusly. It's not quite in the center, is it? Bless you. I like that. You know what this calls for. Obelisks. That being said, obelisks there or in there? I actually think obelisks at this top here and here, like that. Maybe one there and one there as well. And then some pterosaurs. And then I also think oh dear, that didn't work. Elephant grass. No. I suppose these flowers would work. Lobster claw. That's better. And let's have a few. And there. There. Perfect. much better. Do something similar with the obelisks and out on this side, and yeah. Just looks a little more substantial and a bit more of something like that you'd be a bit more of a tourist attraction there. Could we even stick a viewing tower in? Like, how would that look? Problem is, there's nothing really for one on the other side to see. So it would look a bit strange. The only thing you could do is maybe have one of these, which is more of a 360-degree sort of thing. I think that looks a little too... doesn't look very visitor friendly to me, so actually we'll just leave it as it is. Yeah. So, what have we achieved in 2 hours? We've tidied up the entrance a little bit. We've tidied up our what was the Albertosaurus enclosure and have now given it to Carnotaurus. We've made a little bit more of a focal point here around the visitor center, and we've begun to create a new walkthrough enclosure down here for the Drososaurus and Homalocephali. Didn't quite get as much done in the 2 hours as I hoped, but the redoing the entrance took a lot longer than anticipated. I want to thank everyone who has joined in today, those in chat and those who have just been watching along. Thank you for popping in. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe, as we are still trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of July. That's our target. I know we've been a bit quiet on the old video front, but that's because there's been a few problems going on this end. Hopefully next week there'll be plenty of new videos coming out. And yeah, until I see you in the next video, in the next stream, stay safe, and good night, everyone.